guys, I'm back in again. Sorry about the kerfuffle there, but this is a little bit awkward to set up. Hey guys, I'm back in again. Sorry. So, what we're doing, to recap, is running passengers. So here we go. Let's take off. Now, the trick here is one of my passengers is hot. Well, you know, not like, you know, hot, but there could be a little bit of trouble, as he's illegal, not him, Mallard. Mallard Lynn seems to be a bad boy, and we're taking him on a bit of an adventure. So let us take off, clear the pad. Now, you may be hearing my computer talk to me. For those of you that are not aware, oh, that's good. Do I have a module installed? Data link scanner, discovery, surface scanner. No, don't have a frame shift scanner. It's fine. Alright, now we are in, I am in, a Beluga liner. And there she is, in all her glory. Whitestar Lines, flying again, as we take off from the planet's surface. Now, all of this, let me get rid of that, all of this is in... The detail isn't the greatest, because it's in VR, and when you're in VR you don't get all the cool shadings and this, that, and the other. And when you do, it tends to slow things down. So I've reduced the quality. So yeah, I'm afraid you're going to have to just forgive me that. Anyway, but we're taking off from the planet at the moment. Now I've got my ship outfitted with passenger cabins, so I just pick up a bunch of passengers and then I run them about. I've also doctored up the warp drive, or the frame shift drive, and it goes a little bit farther than normal, as Felicity has managed to sort it out, and that's all part of the engineers. Anyway, let's get back into the cockpit, shall we? And let's head into space. So here we go. Now, on my readout panel here, under functions, you'll see that I've actually got a jump range of 37 light years. Now, I've outfitted this ship with vehicle hangar, double vehicle hangar. I've got the highest frame shift drive you can get, a 7A, that is doctored up, and that's why I can jump so far. Also, I've got a docking computer for those times when you're trying to get into the letterbox. And I've also got advanced discovery scanner, just in case I get into a system that doesn't have all the planets revealed, and that's really handy whenever you're jumping passengers around. I also am a dyed-in-the-wool explorer, so detailed surface scanner is a must whenever I go into one of those undiscovered systems. Also helps with the cache a bit. Power plant, you can see 4A. It's not the best, but I've doctored it up and it gives me a decent output that I'm using with everything on 82%, which is quite good. I've also got a fighter hangar with 2 ships in case I have friends who can join me in my cockpit. And you're welcome to do so if you want to tool around. I know running passengers can be a bit boring, but sometimes there's a little bit of action, especially when you get passengers who are hot, like Mallard here. Anyway, I digress. Our next destination is actually taking the other passenger, Ike. Oh, and we've got somebody who's trying to interdict me. Let's see how we can do against this guy. This is a bit of fun. There we go. Let's get up to full speed, and we'll just avoid this guy, because it's really annoying when people do that. There we go. Okay. Now we're traveling on. Now, if I had another player with me, we could have both jumped into fighters and we could have taken out that guy. But it doesn't seem to be the case. And I do have a crewman. Where is he? There we go. I do have Jochen McKay, and he's actually quite good. He's an expert, so I've managed to get him all kitted out and doctored up and paid him quite a bit of cash already. But that's alright, because when you're running passengers, you're making millions each run. So you're not doing too bad. Anyway, so we've got the fighters all set up. As you can see, they're Condors, and they've got two gimbaled pulse lasers with chaff launchers. Both of them. So that works. Anyway, actually I didn't get a scan of Darren Reese, so I don't know what he looked like or what ship he was in, but I tend to just avoid interdiction anyway because I find it annoying. And I just want to move on and make the cash, so let's do that. Verity? Are you listening, Verity? Yeah, yeah. You may hear in the background my girlfriend talking to me. She actually has kind of like a tenuous relationship with Verity, as in she hates her guts. I don't know. It must be a chick thing. Is it a chick thing, honey?
No, she's just really annoying.
Yeah, she is. And she won't listen to her. It's the accent, I think. Verity.
Yes, Commander.
Initiate system jump.
Preparing for jump.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Anyway, I'm running in the background, for those of you who are curious, VoiceAttack, which is a third-party voice command program. It is a great little program that I swear by, at least for playing Elite and any other vehicle game that you're playing. And what it does essentially is it uses the Windows voice recognition software, and it gives you an option to have verbal response if you have the sound file to do so. And you can get voice packs for VoiceAttack, and some of them are specific for Elite and various other games, like Elite. And the one that I have is called Verity, which is the actual onboard ship voice as it is. So when you get a report from on your ship, it's in her voice, and whenever I use VoiceAttack to get issue commands to her, I get the response in her voice as well. So it's more immersive for me. Also, it's really bloody handy, because if you can't be bothered doing things like holding down the button to scan the system, you can just tell her, initiate system scan.
Completing system scan. Stand by.
And away she goes. So she holds down the button. So when you tell her to do something, she activates the button towards that command, and then she gives you a verbal response. So essentially it's a very primitive AI. But again, I guess it's not really an AI, because AIs are independent, and you have to talk to the software in order for it to work. Oh, hello Swift programmer. Let me just jump in here, and I'll just say hello. Yeah, there we go. We're now friends with Swift programmer. You're more than welcome to either type in, or if you want to do voice chat, we can do that as well. But let's get into our next system. How many jumps do we have? Okay, so we got to get to Tefn Slata, 3 jumps away. Initiate system jump.
Preparing for jump.
And away she goes. Now, do forgive me if I can't text back. It's very difficult to text in VR. I'm not so good with the keyboard, and I can't do the blind typing so well. I can give it a try, but I'd prefer, seeing as I'm already talking and hopefully you can hear me, I'll give you a verbal response. But please feel free to text away in-game, and if you want to jump in the game and send a friend request, I will accept, and then we can communicate through that. But to communicate through XSplit that I'm using in order to broadcast, or through YouTube, it becomes very difficult. I have to keep taking the VR set off, and then I have to keep pausing the game, and I'm sure you'll find it a pain in the ass too. So anyway, this is the easiest way to respond. So I'm sorry if I miss any of your comments or your questions. I will try and have a look every once in a while, but in order to properly respond, it would be better to do it through the game. Anyway, let's see what's in the system, shall we? Initiate system scan.
Compiling data for cartography.
Alright, so far we've only got one thing discovered. Oh, that was it. Okay, it's just a sun system. I don't bother scanning planets that have what's called rice, which is rocks and ice. So if you see any white planets that look like the moon, it's got craters in it, and that's either generally an ice system or a rock ice planet or a rock planet. And we don't bother with that because there's not a big return on rice. Oh. Okay, let's get you on. Hello, Swift Programmer. Hopefully you can hear me. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Let's do that. Can you hear me now? Options.
Functions.
No, sorry, Swift Programmer, I can't hear you. Let's try this. Oops, my typing skills leave a lot to be desired. Okay, let's escape out of that. Initiate system jump.
Preparing for jump.
There we go. Ah, excellent. Good, Swift. I'm glad you can hear me. But I suppose you can hear me through the stream as well. if you're watching the stream, that is. If you go into your communications panel and go to the cog that's at the far end of it, it's entirely possible that your voice has been turned off. So turn on voice and enable auto-enable wing voice comms if you want that. I just tend to turn all of the options on. There you go. Heard. Think I can hear you now. Go ahead and say something, mate. I can hear something. I hear you broadcasting. Alright, let's get a little scooping done. Alright, so let's set that to scoop while we sort this out. Might as well get a little fuel coming in. And let's pop outside. There's my I call it Whitestar Lines. That's my Beluga. It's in honor of the Titanic. That's the corporation that built the Titanic. I'm hoping that history will not repeat itself. But that's currently my ship. Hello.
Hello.
Not you, Verity. I can hear you. I hear your mic popping on, but if you're saying anything, I'm not hearing that. I can hear you typing. Moving around. I hear you working on something. It's entirely possible that your input device is switched. Perhaps if you look in Windows, in your audio devices, you may have a conflict. I tend to just disable all of the audio devices that I'm not using and focus on the one that I am, which is my headset. Now, I would normally have a camera running when I'm streaming, but currently I'm wearing a VR headset, so there's not much to look at except for this scuba diver talking to you that you can't really see his face. So there's not much point to it, in all honesty. Initiate system scan.
Gathering information.
Thank you, Verity.
Updated. You're welcome.
Let's see what's here. Nothing. Initiate system jump.
Preparing for jump.
On we go. Right. Well, this is the cabin, or the cockpit, if you will, of the Beluga liner. It's rather vaulting and large, and I'm hoping to God at some point in the future they're going to allow us to get out of our bloody chairs and walk around these things. If that's the case, this ship is going to be a bit of a dungeon to explore, I think. Okay, mission message. Let's see what he wants. Excellent. C7A. Let's go there. And there you are. Of course, well out there, and oh my god. Okay, this is one of the drawbacks of passenger missions. The long, sluggish drive out to the boonies of some system somewhere. Normally I'd drop this, but I'm actually looking for a bit of cash. We're not in a hostile system, so I should be alright. Famous last words, of course. But then again, I can deal with whatever interdiction happens. Incidentally, I'm running the game in my private server. I don't play on open for obvious reasons. Well, I guess it's maybe not obvious to some, but I'm not overly fond of gankers who just run about and kill people just for the fun of it. I'm playing this game for my own edification, not theirs, so I tend to play in my own private server. And anyone who wants to join me is more than welcome to join me in my private server. I hear my own voice coming back at me now. I do hear something, Commander. Say something and let's try this out. Swift, are you there? Alright, well, it looks like we're in for a bit of a drive, so I might as well do this. Swift, you've got yourself a commander that you've done up. You've got a what they call a mini-me? I don't know. Hollow-me, that's it. But essentially it is a mini-me, and anyway, there I am in all my glory. And I tried to make him look like me as well, so you may recoil in fright, but that's me, for all intents and purposes. And I keep vacillating about my suit. I'm actually quite chuffed with this particular option, the black, but the white on the black looks good, but it looks like Apple, so but then again the ship looks like Apple, so what the hell.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you now. Hello, Swift.
I'm trying to start off my headphones. It's not working right now.
Ah, gotcha.
I have a pair of wireless, but I think I don't take off headphones. I'm just using the main computer right now.
Understood. Oh, hang on one second. I've got a girlfriend writing on me. Oh, yes, please. All right, so while I've got the headset off, excuse me for 1 second. It's going to be right back. I'm just going to see who's joined me, and if it's just us for the moment. I've got Q Young Woo. Hello, Q Young. How are you? Or is it Ku Young? And Galatis Dias, welcome to the channel. Let me get back in again. So yeah, this is me. At least the me that is working right now, but they never get the bloody nose right. And do I really look that old? I guess it's up to my girlfriend to answer that question, but anyway, yeah, the nose is just never right. They don't save it properly. So I have to keep going to it, and I have to keep changing the nose tip, because I don't have a big... I think 8 is better. There we go, and that's more like it. And... oops, no. I think that's more like it. I'm not sure. What do you think, honey? Oh, and definitely the nose bridge. There we go. That's more like it. Yeah, that's my nose. Right. Now, if it would only just save it and keep it there. I don't know. Swift, do you have trouble with the nose when you're working on it? Is it look right by your image here? You've got a very strong Roman nose. Do you find that it changes, like whenever you go into the camera? There we go. See, it kind of changes the nose. It makes the end more bulbous, and it recedes the bridge of the nose for this particular option, I guess. Maybe it's just me. But yeah, my beard is really that white, sadly. Alright, we're in for a long trip, so I guess I'll just show you around the place. I guess this would be the well, I was hoping that you could have an autopilot, or not an autopilot, a co-pilot who could navigate and set proper navigational plans. That would have been awesome. But unfortunately, when you're in the co-pilot seat, all you can do is use the turret. That's about it. You don't really have many functions except for an extra pip of power that you can put into the systems. So I'm afraid I'm a little disappointed with the crew option. And of course, you have the pilot over here. So you've got one person who can be a pilot, jump into a ship, and then off you go. And then you've got the gunner in the other seat over here. But that's all that you can really do. So unless you're a pirate vessel, it's a little bit boring when you're running passengers or exploring the galaxy. So I found. Anyway, there's that old fart, Sebastian Cole. Alright, another thing I'm hoping, as I stated before, is that we'll be able to get out of our seats and walk around. It'd be kind of cool having your own cabin, you know, and checking your captain's logs. I don't know if any of you've played, well, I suppose we all are gamers at heart and we've played many a game, but one that I'm currently playing is Pulsar, which is a very simplistic little game, and it's got, you know, basic graphics, but the scope of that game is awesome because it is multi-crew. Unlike the new Bridge Crew that's coming out end of the month, Star Trek Bridge Crew, you'll be able to sit at your different stations. So you'll have science, and you have engineering, and weapons, and pilot, and of course the captain. And people get to play each of these roles. In Pulsar, you actually get to walk around your ship. So when there's a fire in engineering, you got to run to the ass end of the ship and put out the fire and fix the station. It's actually a very involved little game, even though it looks like, you know, it's kiddie time. Now, I understand the Bridge Crew, you're going to be stuck in your station, so you won't be able to get up from the station, but you will have that whole sort of, look, I'm in Trek and I am flying the ship kind of immersive feel. And it's all in VR, so like this, you're going to see what's in front of you in 3D. Now, I know you guys aren't seeing the 3D of this broadcast, unfortunately, but when you're sat in that chair and you're looking around, you know, there's your knees right there. You can look down. I try and center the camera so it is actually in line with my body. If I just do that. There we go. Yeah, so that's where my knees are roughly. And of course, it's weird to see your hands doing things that your hands aren't doing. Every now and again, it'll flex like that. It's like, wait a minute, did my thumb just move? No. Anyway, sorry to subject you to this. I'm just blathering on here, but it is a hell of a long run out to this planet that I got to get to. Let's see where we are. Actually, here. Let's get you into my game, Swift. Okay, 1 second. Would you be interested in joining me in my my server? I'll add you to it. Where are we? No, don't want to do that. There's my group, and there we go. Okay. So, you're free to join if you so desire, Swift. I see that you brave open play. I don't know what you like, but... Okay, cool. Cheers. Invitation sent. So you can pop in and we can do a wing up if you want. Actually, you can even pop onto the ship if you want, but to be honest, it is really boring just running passengers all over the place. However, saying that, next time we get interdicted, we might be able to give them a little bit of what for. And to be fair, I've only kind of flirted with the whole crew thing before. Hey, Chris Wu. All right, let me just add you. There we go. Hang on. Okay, that little jiggly bit there happens whenever the sensors that I've got 2 sensors set up to triangulate the position of the headset. So when the sensors jiggle a bit, the world jiggles, and then your stomach goes kind of loopy. So let's just get Chris Wu on board. There he is. Welcome, Chris. Okay, so I think we've covered half the distance already. What a pain in the ass this is. Where is he at? Ike. Alright, is that the fella? Yeah, it is. Right, well, at least he only wants to go to one location. And this is some of the best passengers I like, because they've got a decent payoff. I'm almost making 3 million from this guy. And I will make 3 million once I pick up a unit of coffee, which is what he wants. Because sometimes they get a bit demanding, so they want alcohol, beer, what have you. Hang on, Chris. Yes, I'm in a private group. I'll just send you an invitation. There we go. And... oh, shit. Sorry. Try it again. Oh, bugger. I hit the decline button by accident. Sorry, Chris. Please offer to join again. Ah, here, I'll do it. There we go. My bad. Cool. Swift is in. Awesome. Alright, let's wing up. There we go. Sweet. We are set. I love a good wing me. Alright. Yeah, the nav lock is a pain in the ass, especially when you're jumping in and out of Super Cruise. So I tend to just run with it off, unless we're running as a wing. And then you've got to really coordinate it. So I just like verbal. Okay, I can enable the wing beacon at the very least. There we go. And okay, I can send a voice request to Chris at the very least. Unless you don't do voice, that's fine too. You can just text in, that's great. There we go. Okay, now let's see if this is going to work for the lot of us. Alright, I'm hearing a broadcast. Alright, okay, Mallard. Alright, he's going to 3 other places. Now, those of you who are interested in making a shite ton of cash, one of the best things to do is to pick up a passenger, and I don't know if a lot of people know this, but when you've got multiple destinations, you can actually do them all if you have the vehicles, especially on planet. Planetary destinations are the best, because with a ship like this, I've got 2 buggies and I've got 2 fighters set up in the ship, and what I can do is when I get to sorry about that. My headphones are Wi-Fi and every now and again they cut out. But when I get to the planet, what I can do is I can scan the target with the ship, and it gives you a success. So you've succeeded in that part of the mission. Now, you've got 4 more destinations, and I think the way it gets confused is that it doesn't matter what the destinations are. It just recognizes that you have 4 mission destinations in order to achieve. And they get farther out the more reward that you get. And for Mallard here, I'm getting a cool 6.25 million. Now Mallard's got 4 destinations. The cheese wheel was a pain in the ass. I couldn't do that one. But I'm hoping, well, okay, visitor beacons tend to be in space, but sometimes they're on planet. If it's on planet, what I can do is I can scan it with the ship, and then that accepts the visitor beacon. So it considers that as discovered or visited. Then we've got the Yak visitor beacon next. And what I can do is I can either pop out a buggy or I can pop out a fighter, and I can scan it with that vessel. Once that vessel gets the scan, then it considers the second option as visited. So it doesn't recognize the actual name of the location or the nav point. It just recognizes that you've got another mission point completed. And then when you pop out with another fighter or another vehicle and you do the third one, then it does the HIP 88617 visitor beacon. It doesn't actually look at the name, as I said before. It just looks at, yes, you've got another one under your belt. So you can actually complete it in one visit if you have all the vehicles. And then once you've done that, you're only like a few jumps away from where you got the mission in the first place. And then there's a cool 6 million for just going 10 minutes out of your way. So I hope maybe that helped a little in the long trip that I've gone through. Thanks for sticking with me, those of you who have. Right. Sometimes I go for unidentified signal sources if I find that it is a combat aftermath, because to bump up your drive.
Disengaging
Where are we at?
course.
No, that's not what I said, Verity. Sometimes she misinterprets communication. But I need chemical manipulators. That's what I need. And you find chemical manipulators in combat aftermaths, generally. Arsenic is another component necessary in bumping up your Super Cruise drive. And then for data, you want data mined exceptions, wake exceptions. So I've got one of those sitting there. So all I need is the arsenic, really, and then I could try for another upgrade to the warp drive. But here we're coming in to our destination. There we go. Ice geysers is what we want. We'll just breeze past. all this.
Great.
Hey! That's okay, Chris. I got your info. Well, at least we're... Let me invite you to wing, and then we can do the wing thing. Oh, hang on, I'm blowing past my mission. I hate it when that happens. Slow down, and come around. There we go. Well, let's face it, I think we've all done that. Especially when you're not paying attention. Approach speed.
70%.
I find that 70% speed is the ideal speed in order to approach a system without blowing past it. It's about the fastest you can go without getting the slow down warning. Right, so let's get to the planet and find the ice geysers.
Hello.
Hello!
Can you hear me?
Hello.
I can hear you now, yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Really? Oh, that's good. Fine, I fixed it.
Awesome.
There we go.
Welcome back, Swift.
Thanks. Finally. There we go.
On approach.
Do you have a joystick?
I do, yeah. I use a Thrustmaster Warthog.
I use a Thrustmaster HOTAS 4.
Yeah. The Thrustmaster's the best, I think. I've always sworn by it throughout the years. Oh, coming in a bit hot.
Right.
There we
Right
go.
now I'm just doing bounty hunting around the TZ Verity's system.
Right. Is that lucrative?
I'm in a high hazard and a high resource extraction site.
Gotcha.
Make a decent money out of this.
Okay. Drop in from a
I'm
crew.
kind of long-term saving for an anaconda right now.
Oh, right.
Nearly there, put it that way.
Okay.
I'm in a Python right now.
Ah, Python. That is my favorite ship. I've got a Python on ice back home. Here we go. Okay, I can do this. Oh, actually.
I can help you go against pirates and stuff, so I might use little fighters.
Oh, that'd be cool. Thanks, Swift. What alignment are you with? Who are you allied with?
No one, so, yeah.
Independent. Ah, fantastic. Yeah, I had to go with Hudson myself because I wanted to do missions out of Earth system.
I'll join you in your flight thing.
Cool. Let's see here.
I just have to leave your wing though.
Right, now, how do I do this? There's Chris. I can hear you.
Hello.
Hello.
Greetings.
Well. Oh, you can hear me?
I can hear you, yeah.
Oh. Great.
Welcome aboard.
I didn't know that you can hear me. I didn't know you can hear me.
Yeah, hear you just fine. Welcome aboard, Chris.
Captain, invite me to your crew.
You want to crew up? Awesome. Yeah, let's do that.
Fighters are my favorite types of things in this game. For combat. Because they're really agile. Thanks.
Let's just do exploration. We'll do it that way.
Right. I'm John.
I think that's the one that you come in on. You're welcome to join me as well, Chris, if you want. Ah, there he is. Sweet. I'm waving at you, but it doesn't translate, does it? Yeah, it's not overly exciting, I'm afraid. It's just...
Goodness sake, your cockpit is massive.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? Yeah, the Beluga, well, I mean, it's just a massive ship anyway. Not that I'm compensating for anything. There we go. And let's see where we're going next. Right, I think, yeah, I've sorted Mallard's the next one. So let's do this. Ah, it's not too bad. 2 jumps away. Doing good. Right, and I'll show you this little trick I do. See if I can manage it. Awesome. Yeah, I love that extra pip, especially when you get 2 people on your ship. And you can put that into systems, or... Initiate system jump.
Preparing for jump.
There we go.
Are we going?
1 second. Oh, hang on. Bugger. I escaped out of it. Let's try that again. Yeah, let's see if we can...
Now engage.
If I can get interdicted here, and then we can jump into the fighters and give them a go.
Yep. I'm gonna try my other headphones.
Ready for exit.
Alright, buddy.
Now.
Don't hear me for a while. That's
'Kay.
why.
No worries. Yeah, I'm going to work on turning up the volume as well.
Okay. No problem.
There we go. Okay, let's just let the fuel scoop in. Yeah, I tend to just leave it on full engine, but I've actually got some macros set up in VoiceAttack, or if I'm attacked. Oh, hang on, we're getting a bit hot in the color here. Yeah, let's cool down a bit. Yeah, all right, to hell with it. Launch off. That's better. Hello, Chris. Yes, I can see you typing in. I heard your voice earlier.
Well,
Hey, Swift. Oh, wow. Turgeon actually looks like Turgeon. Cool.
can you hear me?
Yes, can hear you just fine.
Perfect. There we go. Got
Cool.
the headphones I want.
Awesome. Just going to have to work on the volume a bit. Hang on a sec.
From here for you.
Player voice up and sound effects. Drop that just a bit.
Oh, because I'm a bit loud. Or if it's a clock back.
Non-player voice. Alright, that's good. Let's put that. Alright. Apply that. There we go. Okay, hopefully I'll be able to hear you over the engines better.
Right. Yeah, the engine's a bit loud.
Cool. Initiate system jump.
Preparing for jump.
There we go.
Because I switched over from Xbox to PC, I lost all my progress in splitting ranks, but luckily I always got my network, so
Oh, yeah.
my ship was basically was in like a sidewinder. Like 77 million credits.
Oh, damn.
So
Confirming exit
I
point. Stand by.
I went to the nearest station at the Python, bought it, upgraded it recently, and then went to my favorite station to upgrade,
Oh yeah.
and then back to normal. The only thing that's annoying is all my engineered stuff is gone, but
Yeah, it's a pain in the ass when you get to such a vaunted degree, and then you have to go back to basics again. And I don't know what I'd do if I had to go over to console. But then again, well, I suppose they've got VR for console now as well, don't they?
well, for the PlayStation, yeah,
Play-
but
yeah,
for
yeah.
the Xbox, quite soon.
Yeah,
Probably in
it's
about a year.
yeah, it's still a ways away, no doubt. But well, I bought myself actually a decent PC just to run the bloody thing. So I've got an Area 51 Alienware that I picked up last year, and I figured if anything's going to run VR, that should do the trick. So I've got a 1080 card in it,
Yeah.
and I'm using the
Wow,
HTC
quite good.
Vive. Just one second.
I'm running 4K,
Oh, nice.
so on my PC.
To answer your question, Chris, not doing exploring. Well, I guess I am exploring to a certain degree, but I'm running passenger missions at the moment, and sometimes they go a little bit far afield. So I guess it's exploration with a bit of mercantile thrown into the bargain. And right now, I've just finished Ike Marshall, and that's 3 mil, almost 3 mil under my belt. And Mallard Lynn is going to net me about 6.25 million once I get that done. And I'm going to show you a little bit of a trick here, hopefully. Approach speed.
70%.
I used to do passenger missions in my Asp Explorer when I was saving up for a Python.
Right, yeah, Python is the sweet deal. I love my Python. I've actually even exported the model from the game and got somebody to 3D print it for me. So I've got a physical representation. It's a great little ship.
Yeah, the Asp Explorer was actually quite good.
That's it, yeah.
I mean, I sold it, of course, because I sell all my ships before I buy a new one.
Oh, right.
Because I'm that type of guy.
Yeah, you
I
pool.
Very quickly, I basically, you know, it's quite an adventurous story I had.
Right,
Basically, I found this one passenger mission for 7 million, only
gee.
3 things,
right.
and I was really happy. And then after that, guess what I found?
What'd you get?
For just basic boom for a basic boom time delivery,
Right.
3 million.
3 mil,
And then
holy
I finally
crap.
got my Python. So I was really quite about. The only problem was that passenger mission. It
Aye.
was an illegal one. So it was basically like one of the most wanted people. I had to travel over free spots.
That's it.
I have to use a lot of
Yeah, for the
skill and stuff.
for the big missions, that's generally the way you do it. Oops. 1 second.
So
Alright.
at least I did it. Normally my Asp Explorer had a 1 million rebuy on it, so it was really expensive.
Oh, very nice. Right. Okay, so what I'm doing here is you'll find I need to scan this visitor beacon, the Yak visitor beacon, and HIP 88617 visitor beacon. Now,
Right.
as I explained earlier, I don't think that the missions actually look at the locations. It looks at just the how many scans you've done so far. So what we do now, actually, if you want to join me, let's jump into a fighter. So press 2, and then go down to a fighter, and then just hop into it, deploy it, and away you go. So try that, and then see if you can target and scan the visitor beacon, and see if we can actually get a mission complete from a crew member.
Oh.
Let's see if that'll work. Because right now he's saying he wants... Yeah, Yak Visitor Beacon is the next tourist site. And if you scan this from the fighter, it's going to complete again, and it's going to move the mission on. And then when I scan it from another fighter, it completes the mission and allows you to go back to base. So we're only about 3 jumps away from where we got the mission, and that's a cool 6.5 mil. Or 6.25. So if you want, jump into a fighter, and I want to also see if I can jump into a fighter with you, or if I have to stay on the ship and pilot. A 50 mil per run with passenger missions. Are those the missions that go to the center of the galaxy, like the long haul missions you're talking about, Chris? All right, I'm gonna jump into a fighter here. Feel free to join me if you want. Hang on. No, it's not letting me. Deploy? No, I can't deploy a fighter.
Armaments.
That's odd. Yeah, I don't have any turrets in. I'm going to put them in later on. I haven't... Oh, there he goes.
I can fly it.
Cool. Right, so if you could, please do me a favor and target the visitor beacon as a... There he goes. And see if we can advance the mission. Or if I have to do it, I'm not sure.
Found a wanted gunship. I found a wanted gunship.
Oh, that's that fellow over there, is it? Simon Scott.
He seems a bit of a weird guy.
He's got deployed hard points. He's scanning. I don't think he's going to find anything.
Yeah, well, if you don't have cargo, you're going to be fine, but...
Right. He's
got
wanted, but
85,000 credits on him.
I don't think he wants to tussle. And besides, I don't think the ship will be able to take it. I might have to warp out.
To be honest, I think the fighters... Do you know you can... do you have a guy that controls fighters?
I do, yeah. Let's deploy him.
You can have two out at once with that.
Oh, apparently not. Hang on.
You can't, really?
Oh, he's on my... Oh, he's inactive. I didn't activate him. No, that's not right. I did activate him. What the hell?
I'm gonna dock.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not letting me deploy either. So I guess the captain of the ship can't deploy with a co-pilot when we're doing the crew thing. That's rubbish. Come aboard. Let's watch that. Oops. There we go.
Sorry.
Oh, he buggered off. That's good. There we go. Come on in.
Yeah, I'm just gonna select you first so I know where I'm going.
Yeah, this was a difficulty I had. I have a couple of buddies who were trying it before, and they couldn't figure out how to dock. And
This is massive, that's why.
yeah, it is, isn't it? It's just this big brick in space.
Yeah.
There you are. Coming in. Awesome. Never saw the fighters dock before. I just recorded that from the outside using the new camera set they've got.
Oh, cool. You were
Yeah.
watching there.
You're watching yourself dock. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I've just figured that out, Chris, that I can't do all the cool things. I can't launch from my ship once I'm in control of it, sadly. But that's okay. Maybe the two of you can. That would be interesting. Actually, Chris, if you wanted to join my private game, maybe I can get you on the crew, and then we'll see if you can both... Well, actually, no, I've done that before. You both launched fighters. So 2 crewmen can launch fighters. I wonder if you can both launch the SRVs as well.
I like that name, Whitestar.
Surely your heritage would alone would know where that came from. a most famous ship that launched out of Belfast was made by the Whitestar Line.
Yep. That way you have Titanic thing on your...
That's why I have Titanic on my dashboard, yeah.
Okay.
That's a little bit of a
For
nod.
some reason I forgot to claim my 500,000 credit bounty. Oops.
You can apparently do that remotely now when you're on a station. They've
Yeah,
got a new...
from
Yeah,
other stations, yeah.
that's amazing. I didn't know that until I claimed the bounty myself. Right. Okay, let's invite Chris aboard. Invite the crew. There we go. So I guess this is turning out to be a stream of a little bit more than just passenger missions. Now we're testing the whole multi-crew thing.
Yep.
Ah, excellent. An extra pip of power, Finn. There you are. Hey, Chris. Welcome aboard.
One out for that thing I just shot.
All right, so
I
let's...
had a mask.
Now, were you able to target the beacon at all, Swift?
Yeah, I was able to target everything nearby.
Right, it doesn't seem to advance the mission at all. So the exploit doesn't work.
Oh, you would want me to go in and then scan it and then run back in and then go.
Yeah, please, if you could do that. Just wanted to see if the exploit would work for the for a crewman as well.
But I can have access to select everything.
Right.
Give me a second. Oh. Scan the beacon.
Scan the beacon, please.
Oh, and another fighter.
Yep, Chris has gone off.
Can I go up?
Was it okay?
Is it scanned?
Yeah, you scan.
Okay, yeah, it didn't advance the mission, so it's just for the captain. And I guess it makes sense in a way, because it's only the captain who has the mission.
Going to docking.
No. Yeah, Mallard's unhappy. He just got scanned. That's not good. Okay, I can't get scanned again. I gotta...
Do you know?
Come on in. There we go.
But whenever I go in,
Do you know the
places
Queen
I always keep
system where you can have multiple stack of passengers and each of them has 7 to 8 billion and you just fly 13 light years second
Right.
and scan the beacon and then you complete all the mission.
That's it. Yeah. That's what I tend to do. I just take all the ships and SRVs out to scan the beacon, and it should do the trick. But it looks like it's not going to happen with the whole crew thing. But that's okay. At least we'll have more adventures, hopefully. Let's get on to the next location, because he didn't like the fact that I got scanned there. So we've got how many jumps? Let's take a look here. About 5-6 jumps. How are we doing? 7 jumps. Alright, let's do the 7 jumps.
What's your jump range? Oh, there's combat.
Oh, what do we got?
Did I come out?
Simon Scott's back. He's picking on somebody else. Let's avoid him, shall we?
You better jump out.
Yeah.
Oh,
You're still deployed. Cheers. And off we go.
My first time beat Beluga for quite a long time.
Yeah.
Lost the fight.
It's it's a big ship, but I like it best for the fact that it can have a luxury cabin and you can have a very high payout client on. Okay, 1 second.
Have you been in the country before?
Thank you, honey. Here. Thank you. Say again, please, Chris.
Have you been in a cutter before?
No, I haven't.
Have you been, Oh, I have a cutter. I have a cutter and a Corvette. You may even see them inside the multi-cruise too.
Yeah, we could do that. Let me just finish off this mission, and then we'll give it a try if you don't mind.
If you wanna...
Exactly where are you?
Yeah.
In terms of...
Sure.
Where will you...
Actually, if you need a passenger mission for stacking money, right, the best place is Queens. The place where they have a lot of passenger mission. There will be like 12 seconds light years away, just about 2 minutes, and you just scan the beacon and you complete all. You just get 20 of them.
Oh, right. Oops. Chris went. Right. Sorry, you were both kind of talking at the same time there. Chris was telling me about this other exploit that he found. Swift, what were you saying? Sorry, mate. Scan the system.
Compiling data for cartography.
Right. I'll send another invitation if you wish. There we go. Alright, let's see. 3 new contacts. Right, so while I'm doing this, I also like to look at the system just to see if there's any sweet planets that we can pick up along the way. Verity,
Yes.
show me the system.
System cartography.
There we go. That could be good. That could be very good, in fact.
Hello.
Hello,
Did you
Ken.
see that? Alright.
Welcome back. We're just going to go and scan a planet that looks like it could be a terrestrial planet.
Thank you. Oh, okay. Okay, about the exploit and Queen systems. You just need to go to Queen systems, one of the stations, and you stack up 20 missions of passenger. As much as possible that your cargo can have.
Right.
And then there's just only a beacon outside of the station, like 10 to 13 light seconds. You reach that beacon, you scan it, and you come back. Each mission was 8 to 9 million.
No kidding.
That's it. So, in one run, you can take around 20 million sometimes, if you stack correctly.
Holy crap. I didn't know about that. Might have to give that a go. Oh, looks like he's having disconnection issues. Alright, what do we got here? High metal world, blah. Alright, moving on. Yeah, I don't have the full what do you call it? The throttle for the joystick. I've been looking for one of those for a decent price, but I still just use essentially stick and keyboard really. Initiate system jump.
Preparing for jump.
Yeah, it looks that way, Chris. Sorry. Well, I think Swift and I have got a good connection because I'm in the UK. I'm in England, living. Although I come from Canada, so that's the funny accent.
None detected.
There we are. Scan the system.
Compiling data for cartography.
Cool, I will. Actually, if you can pop that into the YouTube channel, that would be really helpful. So we've got 19 planets, and I bet you it's just rice. Yeah. Alright. Initiate system jump.
Preparing for jump.
So where are you in the world, Chris?
Faster than light velocity reached. Engaging exit protocols.
Oh, if not, you get.
There we go. Oh, back in again. Okay. Ah, Singapore. I've always meant to visit the Orient, but I've never had, well, the money to do so, really. Let's be fair. I'm just a poor gaming bastard. Incidentally, Swift, my roots are in Ireland, Northern Ireland, however. My parents are Belfast born and bred. And I lived in County Antrim until I was about 5. Let's get that going a little higher there. It's not going to work. Alright, just sit and let that go. Right. Holy crap! Wow, okay, so you must be elite by this time. There's the band thing. Well, I can hear you broadcasting, Swift, but I don't know why they would do that. Hang on. It's okay, you're not muted. We're still in a wing. No. That's not what I want. Yeah, I want to get into the fine-tuning myself and actually get the rest of the systems in the ship a lower weight so that I can get a better jump range out of it. But somebody had asked me what the jump range was earlier. I think it was Swift. Sorry I didn't answer you right away, mate, but I've got 37 light years on this currently with the way that it's upgraded. Cool, I will, Chris. Thanks. Yeah, I'm still... I mean, I've recently got elite in exploration just, but, I mean, anybody can do that. All they got to do is just spend the time to go out and start discovering planets and the like. And I did manage to get a Earth-like planet under my wing, so it's out there somewhere. I've written it down, what the system is. But I've got my name attached to an Earth-like planet, finally. Okay, I can hear broadcasting, but I don't hear your voice again. Yeah, 7 light year jump Anaconda is possible with all of the fine-tuning for sure. Oh, very nice. Yeah, that's a rare find. Yeah, I don't go in for the PvP much myself. I'd rather hang out with my friends than shoot them, to be honest. But then again, you know, for each their... Yeah, let's try that. Alright, mute. Unmute. How's that? If that fails, then we'll try to reconnect. Ah, see. Well, you see, I like that. Like, you know, testing your skills. Okay, let's break the crew, and then see if I can get you back on again.
Like 10 million, and then you
10 billion. That is mad. You know, I was thrilled at getting a 10 million payoff on a passenger run. But 10 billion is still a hell of a lot. Okay, let's disband the crew. There we go. That's that done. Alright, don't need the report. That. Yeah, I'm trying to hold on to this. That's a bit of a feather in the cap, so you want to keep that around. Alright, so let's invite you to wing again. Let's try that Swift. I've been playing since about, well, just whenever Horizon's just come out, to be honest. But I play it on and off. I'm not... well, I'm not a constant player, let's say. But when I do play, I tend to play for, you know, quite a number of hours at a time. Scan the system.
Gathering information.
Just in case I haven't done it before. There we go. And show me the system. Verity?
Yes, Commander.
Show me the system, please. Show me the system.
System map.
Right. Okay, it's just rice. 6 months, and you've got 10 billion already? Damn, that's a serious gameplay. Still can't hear anything from you, Swift. I hear you. I hear you connecting, but I don't hear any voice. Yeah. Initiate system jump.
Preparing for jump.
4 jumps to go. 35 ships. Yeah, yeah. Well, I suppose once you've found a way to make the money, you just sort of spam that until you get them. Okay, cool. I'll see you in a bit, Swift.
Frame shift now engaged. No anomalies detected.
Alright, I just have to...
Key systems at optimal levels. Ready to execute.
Okay, next stop is down that way. Epsilon Hydri. Well, 35 ships, that's practically all the ships in the game, isn't it? Initiate system jump.
Preparing for jump.
Yeah, I'm an explorer myself. I love that's my first love, and I've got a bit of a taste for combat, especially against NPCs and the like. But against PCs, I can hear you typing, Swift. Yeah, I'm not so much the PvP player. I'd rather fight against the NPCs. But trading I do. Well, I did for the longest time.
Acceptable level.
There we go. There's a big white one. One of the joys of exploration. Epsilon Hydri. Not too far away from home, actually, from that system. Yeah, switching off comms is probably... Well, when I'm streaming, yes, I do understand that. But it's difficult for me to... Well, I suppose responding to your typing in the game, I suppose that's the easiest method at the end of the day. Initiate system jump.
Preparing for jump.
Just having a drink of tea. For those of you thinking about getting a
Complete.
VR rig, I have to say that this game definitely makes it worthwhile.
Integrity is within limits. All other systems are at normal.
One second. Sorry, say that again. Yeah, they're gone from the ship, but they're still in the channel. Do you need my help? Okay. Alright, quite possibly I need to get some more fuel. So. Just go for another mouthful, and away we go. Let's do a bit of skimming here. Hopefully it won't blow up. This is a bloody expensive ship to blow up. I don't even know what my insurance is at the moment. Alright, let's do that. Let's take a look. Rebuy cost 6 mil, 6.5. Ouch. Yeah, that's not pleasant. If I have to do it, that is. I can use Discord. I have it installed, but I don't bother for the most part unless I'm with, you know, a World of Warcraft guild or something like that. That's generally when I tend to use chat programs like that. Otherwise, most of the games they have these days, like Pulsar is another game I play, and it's got a really good chat server inside of it, and that's what I tend to use, just game chat servers. Alright, I'm hearing somebody typing. So, it might be coming... Oh no, I think it's... Yeah, it's Chris. Alright, so we'll just... I can hear Chris typing, so we're just going to turn off the wing comms, and then I'm going to have to mute that, I'm afraid. So yeah, we'll just stick to typing. Ah, okay, that works too. Sorry about that, Chris, but I will respond to your type. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's better that way. Swift, have you sorted it out yet, mate? Get this up to 67, is it? Ish. Yeah, for any of you other viewers in the stream, if you're interested, please jump into the game and shoot a friend request. I will accept, and then we can chat.
Verity will
You can also send me questions through text. It's the easiest way to go get a hold of me because I'm in virtual reality. So taking the headset off is a little bit of a pain in the ass. So please forgive me for not responding to your texts in the stream chat. All right, give that a try, Swift.
Hey,
There you go.
There we go. Just a restart of the game. Probably just a bug.
Yeah, likely. So, are you in Ireland?
No.
Okay, we're almost there. And that would be... I think that's enough anyway. Cool. Yeah, well, I think the grind material mostly is for making the faction. That's really all you need it for anyway, isn't it? So I might need a little bit of a hand there with some of the other engineers. But I haven't looked into that so much because I've just been really building up my my cash flow. Because affording a Beluga and outfitting it completely, and then working on the jump drive, it's actually been fairly time consuming.
Expensive.
It is, yeah, it's bloody expensive. I mean, I looked at how much it would cost to trade this in, and I can get 13 million for it.
That's pretty decent.
Yeah, so it has had a lot put into it. The data scans, yeah, they're such a pain.
Guessing you have an Anaconda.
You know what? I've tried an Anaconda, and I have to say, I wasn't happy with it. I didn't like the way it moved. It was just big and cumbersome. It had a fat ass. It wouldn't move right. I'll take my Python. That's it. Yeah, yeah. It is a launching platform, really. In the end of the day. Yeah, you know, a lot of people go for the cutters, but I don't like the Apple design of Imperial ships. To be honest, I'm a Fed all the way, and I want to get one of those big Federation ships. That it looks like a Star Destroyer. I mean, how cool is that?
Yeah, I know. Lots of the Federal Corvette's maneuverability is pretty impressive.
Yeah, exactly. You know, I mean, I hear they're pretty decent ships. So right now, what's my rank? I'm a Chief Petty Officer. So I just happily run about doing a few missions here and there. Don't grind it or anything. Oh, do you have to? Right. Say that again, Swift?
I'm dancing at the moment.
Uh-huh. Yeah, well, I suppose if you grind up the faction, I don't really know how to grind faction that much. I just do missions and just let it happen, kind of thing. You know, I don't know all the ins and outs and shortcuts. But to be honest, I mean, I just want to fly and experience the game. I suppose I should get myself that dedicated to it, but oh, hang on, I think I'm in the system now. Am I here? Or do I have another jump? I am here. Alright, let's get some fuel while I'm here and I'm looking around. Let's do that. Slow down a bit. There we go. Yeah, that's what I do. I tend to donate credits as I'm making it. So I'm worth... I'm probably worth about 200 million or something like that, and that's after. Oh, there's an extra way to do it, is there? Right. So where am I supposed to be? The rings, I think. Nope. Nope. Yep. Yeah, forgive me for doing the jumping around from screens, but it's hard to. Well, I'm poking the keyboard blind. We're looking for. bloody system are we in? Yak Visitor Beacon, I think. Yeah, Yak Visitor Beacon. And I'm not in Yak yet. Why am I not in Yak? Okay. Let's try this. Oh,
There's shields on your thing.
that's right. Oh, they're crappy shields. I just put them on. I'm not a combat vessel by any stretch. But let's take a look.
How many megajoules?
I don't know offhand.
I could get it up to maybe 700, but I haven't engineered them yet, so
Ah, right.
that's just core power, basically.
That's it, isn't it?
Yep. I only have 3 shield busters, though, because I have another slot for something else. Or, like a wake scanner, which I may be using for future things.
There we go.
How many people are watching? It's like 6 or 7.
Yeah, I think there's about 6 or 7 people in. And
Like good.
yeah, not bad. Oh well, I mean, this is my first day back at it again. I haven't streamed in god awful
There are
long
only
time.
right now like 3 or 4 people streaming Elite games.
Oh right. Okay, that's why then. Lack of options. Well, for those of you,
Quite interesting.
it is. Yeah, but for those of you who are watching, thanks for joining. I do appreciate it, and you're welcome to drop by anytime, and even join the game if you want. I'll invite you into my private server. Initiate system jump.
I make a lot of profit.
Preparing for jump.
Um,
Time I've been here, I've already made 400,000.
oh, that's not so bad.
Yeah, I'm dancing quite heavily right now.
Intercept
Is that average for you?
at maximum.
Yeah, about.
Right.
Key systems are at optimal
I haven't got any 100,000 ones yet, but
Hmm.
to get them soon.
Here we go.
Luckily where I am, I'm finding a lot of elite players. I mean, elite NPCs.
Mm-hmm. Well, what's my combat rank? I think I'm mostly harmless still, actually. Well, yep, mostly harmless. It shows you how much combat I've been
Do
getting.
it.
You know, I'm an elite explorer. Look at that. Elite ranking explorer, but I'm rubbish at fighting.
Because my rank's reset, I'm right now only novice.
Ah,
I was
fair.
before expert.
Approach speed.
70%.
Thank you, Verity.
You're welcome.
Now, for those of you who haven't heard earlier, I'm using VoiceAttack in order to issue commands to the ship, and I'm using the Verity bundle from, was it VHFS software or something? Oh, I can't remember. That's a shame. Sorry, guys, if anybody's watching from that group, but it is a fantastic little program. It's a third-party program that you run in the background, essentially, and essentially it uses the Windows voice recognition software to poke buttons and give you a verbal response. That's all it really does. So it gives the impression, yeah, of AI, and it's fan-frickin-tastic, especially when you've got a frickin', diving goggles stuck to your face.
Yeah. Since when you're playing with a thrust thing, you sometimes hate having to go to the keyboard to start frame shift or whatever for me.
That's
Like,
it, yeah.
reset, like all the keys and everything.
But
Right now
not.
I got this thing set up for some basic flight and combat.
Oh, right. Well, that's all right. You know.
Yeah, it's only got 12 buttons on it, so but it'll work.
Well, people say what's the best thing about Elite, and in the end of the day, it's just what you want to get out of it. It's like any other game.
Yeah.
Like people say that, oh, the PvP's best or the exploration's best, and I mean, personally, I like the exploration, and I think it's fantastic. It's still a bit limited because, well, looking at this planet here in front of us, it's an amazing planet, but it doesn't have atmospheric movement. The clouds are static, and although there's nothing wrong with that whatsoever, it's still another thing that sort of breaks immersion if you're doing things like virtual reality. So, but then again, I don't know. I mean, I've never been over the Earth, so I don't know just how fast clouds do move. So it gives the static impression that you're there. So I'm just going to use this little. I guess it is an exploit. I might as well not mince words. But right now, Mallard wants me to go. Oh, okay. We've done the Yak visitor beacon just now. Is that right? Or have I not? Yes, okay, I have. So he wants the HIP visitor beacon. So instead of actually going all the way out to HIP, which is probably a 200 light year jump, I'll just deploy the fighter. Here's another thing I really haven't explored much. I mean, I've farted around with the fighters, but there we go. It's scanning. Alright, so that was the last one. And there it is. Completed the mission. And so he wants to take him back to home base now. So, yeah, that's a handy little thing. I think Chris's method of doing things is probably a bit more expedient. Where was it? There was a link that he put down. Hopefully it's in the chat channel if he was able to do it. But anyway, it's a better way of getting all of the passenger missions done, getting tons of credits. Alright, so let's get back onto the ship. Unmanned. You know, you should be able to put your crewman on active duty from within the ship. I think that's one of the things they need to work on. Having to go back to a station in order to put your crewman on active duty.
I'm gonna have to go in 10 minutes. So.
All right, mate. Well, you know what? You're welcome anytime. So just log in when you want.
Yeah.
All right. So let's get back on the ship. Ah, oh, don't do it. Okay. So the mission failed because I got scanned. So that's the loss of 6 million credits. That's what I hate about these fucking passengers. The what do you call them? The illegals. It's like it's so tenuous, and you can easily it will just screw it up. And I don't remember people jumping into or NPCs jumping into the visitor beacons before like this. I mean, fine, if they were... Well, no, that's not true, because they're hostiles, and they want to see what's in your cargo anyway, so... Maybe this is a means for them to stop people doing what I'm just doing. And exploiting it. But then again, if you have passengers that don't get upset by being scanned... let's just toss them out the airlock. That's it, yeah. So at least I'm getting 3 mil out of the bargain. And how far am I away from home? Oh, and he wants coffee too, doesn't he? There we go. Alright. 1 second while I look up some coffee close to Yak. Yak. What a name for a system. I'm just gonna...
If they actually have that.
I'm not sure. AQUE. I use Elite Dangerous database in order to look up my resources and the like. I find it.
I did that too. After I found a place to buy more Python.
Yeah, it's fantastic, isn't it? These guys did a really good job. Looks like Barnwell Port has coffee, so that's my next destination. Okay, Barnwell Port, where are you at? And I bet my faction's screwed up now because of that last little business.
You know, the only annoying thing is with engineers, I used to destroy anacondas way faster than I do now.
Oh, right.
Oh, I'm wanted. I have to go.
Okay, all the best, Swift. I'll talk to you soon. Yeah, whenever I swap out of Windows, Chris, the stream goes down. It goes into be right back mode. So when I went to look for a resource for coffee, it took focus away from the game window, and that's what that's all about. Approach speed.
70%.
Thank you, Verity.
You're welcome.
Some of the other bits of the voice pack that I'm using, Verity and others, they've actually hired some really big names in order to do these voice packs as well, like Brian Blessed and Brent Spiner also did one.
I first just got disabled.
Oh no!
I shot the wrong person.
Yeah, that.
I do something that is very bad, and I have to log off.
Right.
Sierra Echo Bravo.
No, it's cheating, but I did it. I want to save my. I don't want to have a 3 million rebuy.
Yeah, of course you do. Request docking oh, damn it. Request docking permission?
Searching for landing platform.
Right. Okay, and let's do auto docking. This is. This is.
I have to go.
All right, Swift.
Approved. Please continue to base
Bye.
02.
All the best, man. I'll see you soon.
Bye.
Here we go. Now let's watch this process. There we go. As we get this big beast in through the little letter opener, or letter open mailbox. In she goes. Whoa, squeak. Infold the wings, down the landing gear, and away. The blue Danube playing in the background also gives us a little bit of a charm.
4,000 meters from touchdown.
Okay. Let's see what Ike Marshall is on about. He's happy. That's good. As long as he's not unhappy.
You are on deck. Please shut down systems. It's an honor to have you join us, Commander.
Alright, let's get some coffee quickly.
Mission objective complete.
Cool. And we're heading back home. In one voice. Oh, you've got the multiple voice attack thing. Yeah. You know, I thought about doing that, but it's a bit of a shuffle for me. I like to focus and just make one thing good. So I've kept Verity, but I program her with my own responses and the like, and certain things like power shifting commands. I've got my own set of commands that I use Okay, that's a little bit of a jump. Combat power. There, it shuffles out the power dots. Normal power. So that's what I use when I'm out flying around. Landing power. There we go, more shields instead. So that's my layout. But they've also got their own layout as well. Distribute power between systems and weapons. When it works, that is. Distribute power between engines and weapons.
Redistributing power.
There we go. Okay. There's still bugs in the system, but I'm hopefully they're going to iron them out. Normal power. There we go. Heading to Quince. Okay, I'm just heading back to turn this in, and then I'll jump into your crew, and then we can try some stuff out if you want, Chris. Yeah, you know, keep it simple is really the best policy. Clear the pad.
Uncoupling complete. Please exit the station at your earliest convenience.
You now have the line.
Oh. After you. Oh, there's somebody else who's impatient. Whoa, a little bit of action going on out here. Who's getting pummeled? He's buggering off, look at that. Oh, off he goes. Oh, space dust. See if he's got any goodies floating around. No, it just wakes. Nothing. Alright, onward. How many jumps do I have? 6 jumps. Initiate system jump.
Preparing for jump.
Ooh! Yeah, that'd be cool.
Hyperspace. Checking systems now. Complete. Exit destination confirmed. Arrival in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Initiate system jump.
Preparing for jump. Faster than light velocity reached. Key systems are at optimal levels. Ready for exit.
Scan the system.
Compiling data for photography.
There we go.
Frameshift drive.
Oh, hang on.
engaging.
Whoa, that's coming up. Whoop. Alright, we're in trouble. We're in trouble. Let's get the hell away from the sun. Got a little too close there. Cancel. Right, got a little hot on the collar there. Modules took a bit of damage, so I can see some repairs happening. Docking computer's buggered. That was a bit painful. Why did that hurt so much? I guess I tried to. Could you, and I'm back. Okay, and initiate system jump.
Preparing for jump. Hyperspace velocity.
Yeah, it does seem like it's a bit sensitive, doesn't it?
Key systems are at optimal levels. Readying for exit.
Right, how much? Okay. Scan the system.
Completing system scan. Stand by.
Alright. I think I can make this okay. 3 more jumps. Initiate system jump.
Preparing for jump. Interstellar velocity at maximum. Incoming hail.
Righto, hang on.
For anomaly.
There we go.
None detected.
Hey, Chris. Initiate system. No, hang on. Scan the system.
Preparing for jumping information.
This one.
Cartography updated.
Testing. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, yes.
Vectors.
Initiate system jump.
Preparing for jump. Frame shift now engaged.
I can hear you.
Hello?
Following exiting cemetery. Stand by.
Now we can.
Full speed.
All right. So for the exploit on Queens, it's quite easy. You just need to wrap up the repetition from the fraction, and you get the more higher, the better the pay.
Right. So with a better reputation, you get a better payoff in the end. Right, I'm going to have to log off for a bit once I get to my destination. Initiate system jump.
Preparing for jump.
And I will try to be back on a little bit later.
13 light years seconds to reach the gas station.
Oh, right.
Frame shift.
All you need is
Hull integrity is within limits. All other systems are
Right, heading into Jameson Memorial.
When I'm here. It is kind of not familiar just talking with you with a delay on the streams.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've always had difficulty streaming. This is the most stable that I've had since I started, well, last year I think it was. But I think it had something to do also with the update to, what is it, XSplit? Because they did have a recent update, and it looks really good.
Yeah, it's good. Now it's better.
Mm.
Because when I respond to you, I see your streams, and you respond to me delayed like 10 seconds. It's gonna be very hard.
Yeah, that it is. It does make it difficult. That's for sure.
Now I'm opening up the stream, and I'm able to hear you correctly better, so it'll be more easier now.
Mm. Before we had to keep restarting the stream just for it to sort of have a close approximation. Right, so this is the Founders World. It's a world that you have access to once you get to Elite status, for those of you who haven't reached it yet. And at this world, on Jameson Memorial, you have available to you every ship. So if you want to buy any of the ships, you can buy them at Jameson Memorial. And there's also a 10% discount off of all the ships and all of the gear as well. So once you get to Elite status, this is one of the rewards.
That is the most best system in the whole galaxy.
Well, I think so. Well, apart from, the solar system, but that's just home.
You get 10% discount, and you get every module and every chip.
That's it, yeah.
How good is that?
Comply with flight regulations as you approach the station, Commander.
All stop.
Cutting engines. Stop here.
Okay, there it is. And auto docking enabled. Now, one of the drawbacks of an auto docking module, I find, is when you're running illegal passengers, or if you're running slaves, or anything that's underhanded like that, sometimes it'll put you in a queue, and then you get scanned. That's the end of it. So it is a pain in the ass. But for a big ship like this, I find it really helpful.
Well, I never go there to docking computer using
Well,
illegal ships.
when I'm flying the Star Skimmer, which is my Python, I never use the docking computer at all. But then again, you can fit it in there rather easily. This is just a monster ship.
I use my cutter. I never have a docking computer. I always let it because it really kills you if you stuck somewhere in the docking without docking it.
Yeah, that's true. You do get stuck.
Yeah.
Landing complete. Docking restraints engaged. Welcome to our starport, Commander.
And
So mostly like precision mission, you use into just like go to one beacon and then you scan with all those vehicles you have. It will give you exploit of instead of going other system. You get the skip those missions, right?
that's it. Yeah.
That is interesting. I never found out that. I only know that some systems that you only have one very short beacon, like you just scan that one and you come back and just go through and four, going through and four. You get one mission like 7 to 8 million. You stack it up. You scan one beacon, you get it all, and then you come back.
Yeah, that's it. Well, with this method, you just have to have all the vehicles available. So if, let's say, you pick one up for like 4 million and it's got 3 different locations and you've got 2 vehicles, if the first location's on planet, you scan it with your ship and then you pop out each vehicle and scan it with each vehicle, and it counts as a different scan, and that'll finish the mission. And I've got my 2 fighters and I've got my 2 buggies. And with those, I've got 5 options. So if I pick one up for 10 million that's got 5 different locations, I can finish that in one shot. And that's kind of handy. That's why I pick up a bunch of missions on this ship. But anyway, as it is...
In the landable area, it'll be more advantage because you have an SRV to scan.
That's it, exactly. Yeah, with the SRVs, you'll have 5 options. But anyway, I have to get going, guys, so thanks for joining me. Chris, it was awesome having you here. Thanks to Swift as well for joining me. And I will be back in either later on today or tomorrow.
Alright, see you.
Take care, Chris. Take care, guys.